Have you got another one in your bag?
I do. All right. Wonder bag. All right, let's see what we got.
Okay, let's go deep here and see what date we got. Whoa. This was earlier than the March 18th, 1990.
Okay.
To whom it may concern. And what did you think you were going to do with these letters?
You know, when I wrote those letters, I just felt like it was an escape. It was a way for me to get what I was feeling out, and it really wasn't meant for anybody in the present. Maybe I thought that once I died, somebody might find them, and then maybe they'll learn something from them. I don't know. I must have had a reason for wanting to write these.
And what did you do with them after you wrote them?
I stuck them into that Wonder Bread bag, and they've been there ever since. I just stored them away, and I was cleaning out my basement last year. I was purging, and I went through something like 25 boxes that were stored underneath the stairs in the basement, and they were damaged from water damage, so they were falling apart, and there was mold and all that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the stuff inside's going to get wrecked, so I better dump them. And then I bought some plastic totes, and then as I was moving them over, I found these letters, and I was like, OMG. I'm like, I wonder what they say.
Well, and it must have meant something for you to carry them with you every time you moved.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't know what was in your bags.
Nope, I didn't know. In fact, when I started reading these letters, I thought they were all letters that I wrote, and then I started to realize, oh, I kept the letters that other people wrote me too. So I read all those, and now I'm reading the ones that I wrote.
Okay, well, here is interesting. To whom it may concern, this is March 1990. It has been just over a year since Ed passed away.
Oh. Yeah, he was my first true love, I think. Well, I say that because I did have a relationship before him, somebody that I had met when I was in grade 9.
Okay, well, I think maybe you might talk about these guys in this letter. So let's read it. As I've written before.
But just in case, I know you said his name, which is okay because he's deceased, but you can't say anybody else's name.
Right.
In case they're still alive, and they'll know I'm talking about them.
Okay.
And I don't want them to know that.
So, he passed away on February the 22nd of 1989. I have another boyfriend now. We have been going steady for 2 months. He is 21 and has turquoise eyes. Blonde hair and mid-height. And he lives close by. I live in Nelson, BC. As you probably already know, prior to my diaries, I cared for this man very much. He's a very nice guy. We have a lot in common. We agree on basically anything that is important, and we have never argued. Is that important to you? Not to argue?
My parents argued a lot.
Okay.
I like to avoid arguments.
I met him last July, and we were friends. In August, he moved to another town and came back in the beginning of this year. And then that's when we began to see each other. My feelings are so confused. I care for this guy very much, but yet sometimes I feel uncomfortable or insecure around him. I like spending time with him, but not consistently. There is one thing, however, that bothers me about him. He's a little bit too aggressive. He mauls me. And basically I can't stand it.
Wow.
This irritates me greatly. So why don't I tell him? Because I don't want to hurt his feelings, and I don't want to give him the impression I don't even ever want him to touch me. Perhaps I should give this relationship more time. But as my best friend says, not too much time. Ha! Why is there a woman there too?
And she's still my best friend.
Oh, cool. But if I finally decide this relationship isn't giving me the satisfaction I hope for, I think it would be too late to do anything at all. Wow.
Holy, that was deep.
And you've been going in for steady for 2 months, and you think that it's too long. You've waited too long. Oh my God. You see, okay, here's your reason. You see, he keeps telling me how much he cares for me. He tells me how special I am and how I'm the best girlfriend he's ever had. He is on his part becoming very attached to me. He told me he talks about me all the time. So I feel I don't really understand my feelings at all. One side of me is wanting this relationship and the other side is not. I'm so confused. Whoa!
Is that the end?
No.
Oh. I was
It's like
that
I'm
would be-
still thinking, wow. I miss my friend Ed extremely, and I will never stop loving him. I think about him a lot now and then, and always end up feeling sad when I look at his picture or when something is brought up about him. Now I know this is natural, but it hurts so bad inside. Will I ever stop hurting? I love him so much. Tonight I cried about him. I never cry. No way, not me. I'm tough. Bullshit. I had to be. My sadness, hurt, and pain out. I miss him so bad. I want him back. I just wish there was some way I knew he was with me. I want him to know how I'm feeling. And if there's life after death, I pray to God I get to see Ed when I die. If I ever fall in love again, I pray too to see Ed. Anyways, I was holding the puppy I got Ed for a Valentine's present.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Last year, just before he passed away. I was with Ed the day he died. Ed's brother went and bought it home and gave it back to me months after the accident. So have it now. Do you understand that? Anyways, I found little pieces of glass in the stuffed animal's fur. I guess it was from the broken windshield. I cried harder. The puppy has a heart-shaped balloon that says I love you on it. I just wish I told Ed that in words. I love you, Ed, forever yours.
Holy cow, it makes me want to cry now.
So,
Holy cow.
Ed died in an accident?
Yeah, he was hit by a semi on his way to see his sister
Oh, wow.
on the Coquihalla Highway. And he was killed instantly.
And how old was he then?
I think he was 17.
Wow.
And darn it, I think I gave that stuffed animal away. I'm not sure. I hope I still have it, but I remember it, what it looks like now. But I don't know if I kept it or not. Hopefully I did, because you know how you forget where you get things? Yeah. That's, wow. You're such a good reader. Holy cow, I'm having a hard time listening to this.
Intense. Obviously, you had
My
to,
nose is running because I'm tearing up.
you had to write about your grief, and you had to write about your conflictions with your new guy.
I think the writing made me feel better. Getting it out.
Yeah.
Remember that. Not typing, writing. It does something different. You know, now that we spend all our time on keyboards, I don't get the same satisfaction on a keyboard when I'm trying to express myself as I do with a pen in my hand and a sheet of paper and just being able to stop and think about it. And then just carry on. It's almost like something is transferring from me into the paper, like I'm releasing something that it just doesn't seem to work the same way on a computer screen, at least not for me. I don't know, it's like therapy.